This is Cam's. I'm gonna get errands. Gotta get errands. Bags up here. What? Why? Let's see if there's no. There's my message. My reminder. Oh, I'm getting it. I got up to find my glasses and didn't even find them. I knew that wasn't strong enough to hold my phone up when I did it. I'm freaking lazy, okay? I can admit that. The morning started off rocky as fuck. Like rocky as fuck. Go Hawks. I'm a Hawks fan, y'all. It's the closest. Not just because it's the closest NBA team to us, but because it's the closest. But I don't know. I'm a basketball fan. I like the Hawks, but I'm a Laker fan. But I'm a LeBron fan. And speaking of LeBron, I love LeBron. I really love Savannah and the kids. That's who I love. But I love LeBron too. And I'm the type of person, I don't pick my teams according to the teams. I pick them according to the players. And I like LeBron. He do a lot of dope stuff. Like a lot of really, really dope stuff. I like that he's the family man. You know, I like LeBron. So I pick my teams according to my players. So although my mama said I've been a Laker fan since Magic Johnson, and I'm a Laker fan. I do like the Lakers. I go where LeBron go. But I'm a Hawk fan too. So, and Ryan played for the Atlanta Dreams, and she's from Chattanooga, so I'm a Atlanta Dream fan too. So I got two Atlanta teams that I support. But that ain't what I want to talk about. Although, I do want to say, in the morning times, I listen to the radio when I take the kids to school. I just be wanting to hear some adults talk and be real and somebody else's problems that's not mine. That always helps. So, yesterday morning I was listening to Ricky Smiley and the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, and they was talking about Deion Sanders and Pilar had broke up after 11 years. And a lot of people were sad, and a lot of people had their own opinion. Let me say, I ain't did no research. I don't know nothing about their relationship. All I know is about what I read about, what I hear about it, and what's out there. And if it's out there, I feel like they want us to know. So, 11 years is a long time to be with somebody. Somebody said, well, she still had Babyface last name. And Ricky Smiley was like, well, that's the last name she had when they met. And he wasn't trying to change her last name. That ain't our business either. But we was, made our coming on. But yes, I'm going to keep my last name until you change it. If you don't change it, don't let that be a discussion. My I am confirmation says, I am open to receiving happiness from all sources. I am open to receiving happiness from all sources. I am open to be receiving happiness from all sources. I read it 3 times to make it make it clear for myself. But what was surprising, but not really surprising, was how nobody said, damn, Dion done switched teams and undid this and undid that, and he had surgery, and she was right by his motherfucking side. I didn't hear none of that. I didn't hear nobody say, you know, again, it's not our fucking business. But let's talk about how she supported Dion. Like, Dion went from school to fucking school to coach, his job. Tracy was at all them up in games. She was at the concerts when he had the pre-shows and all that. When he was in the hospital bed, she was right there. Like, she was there. Like, can we say maybe she was motherfucking tired? Okay, can we just say that? And I don't know if that was her reason or the reason they separated. I don't know. I'm just saying, from the outside looking in, which is what all you motherfuckers doing, because we all got an opinion. Maybe she was tired. Like, maybe she was like, look, he doing him. I want to do me. 11 years was enough. I'm out. And it be what it be. How come they couldn't just grow apart? Or how come they couldn't just decide, well, you know, it's been a good run, but I'll be right back. I heard Dion Cole, comedian, on one of his stand-up specials say, sometimes you get with somebody and you stay with them on a level you should have passed. And you be like, you know, I'm trying to go here and you only want to stay here. I'm gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna spin the block. Like Nelly and Ashanti, I'm gonna spin, like, you here, and so I'm gonna come back. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. And a lot of times we end up saying, nope, I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And then when it don't work out, that ain't even what I wanted to talk about today. But what I wanted to say is, a lot of times when you be in the public eye, a lot of people have a lot to say about you and your relationship and this, that, and the third. What was y'all talking about today? I'm trying to remember if what you was talking about. Another relationship thing that that came across my news feeds again. Jeannie Mai was on Jennifer Hudson's show, and she said she found out that Jeezy was divorcing her the same time we found out. That's fucked up. I would be distraught myself, because you could have texted me, homeboy. Now, I don't know what happened. I seen the interview with him and Nia. I only watched that one clip of Jeannie Mai and Jennifer. In both of the interviews, you can see some hurt. Everybody on both sides is hurt. And everybody tight-lipped about what went on, what happened. All we can do is speculate. You understand? But I do know, from being a people person and somebody that can read body language and read in between the lines, there was some chemistry between Jeezy and Nia. Nia is a Scorpio. Jeezy is a Libra. That is a... I've been in that situation. That is fiery. It's real fiery. But it's an interesting dynamic, because everybody is goal-getters and everybody's go-getters and everybody's hustlers and everybody's grinds, but you can bump heads a lot too. So it's interesting, but I would like to see that. If they both are healed and are mature enough, and when I say mature enough, I mean emotionally, because they both come out of some very hurtful public relationships. That's the thing. Everybody, when y'all going through y'all stuff behind this little screen and don't nobody know about it, and you quick to throw your opinion out because you feel like you can. We feel like what shit is out there. Yeah, let me say it. Even when people shit ain't out there, y'all still put y'all mouths on it. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. But then sometimes y'all shit ain't clean either. But there again, y'all not ready for that conversation. That's why we won't even talk about it. But we'll talk about theirs because theirs is out there for everybody to put their opinion on. I listened to Jeezy book. Adversary for Sale. It was read in his voice. It was so dope. Ever since Jeezy did Trap Queens, BET Plus first season, I'm in love with the way he read. I'm a fan of the music too. I didn't originally know that the book he was reading it. I just knew that I was doing so many different things that I wouldn't have time to read it myself. Yes, a little lazy, but I was writing my own book. And when I'm writing, no, I wasn't. I was working on finishing it. But I can't read or ingest other people's writing while I'm doing my own. It's a rule that I have for myself. So as I was preparing to release my book and to get all my stuff together, Jesus' book came out at the time that the marriage was dissolving and things like that. But I was interested to hear what he say, because before, when I was just a fan of his music, I heard some of his story. He was a drug dealer turned successful rapper turned businessman. When I seen him on Versus, I was like, damn, is that Jesus or is that Jay Jenkins? It's two, you got to be both. You got to be Jesus and you got to be Jay Jenkins. You'll understand. And on Versus, he was on his grown man stuff. And then I heard him say he wanted Chloe her. And I was like, And then I went to one of his shows in Atlanta, and he brought his auntie on stage. And the concert only lasted like 45 minutes. The meter hadn't even ran out, and the concert was over. And I was like, okay, is that how we doing it? Okay, Jesus, not getting no more of my money. But anyway, I had to listen to this book. I listened to it. I realized Jesus said so many things that I could relate to. It wasn't like, I didn't view him as a drug dealer turned rapper. I viewed him as, it was almost like looking in the mirror. It was almost like knowing his story without knowing his story. But I learned a lot about the man behind the music and the way and the why he thinks now. And if you listen to the book, you can read the book, but I would suggest going on Audible, buying it, because you listen to it in his voice as he's telling his story. Somebody such as myself can visualize it. I remember vividly him saying that his Kanye said he wanted him to fly to Hawaii just so he could get his opinion. He wasn't asking him for no beats. He wasn't asking him for nothing. He just wanted to get his opinion. And so Jeezy goes on to say that he's sitting in the studio that Kanye has rented, and there's a board that says WWJD. And in my mind, I could see the board, and it's a whole bunch of stuff scribbled all over the board. And so Jesus was like, what that stand for? He was like, what would Jesus do? And Jesus was like, it was like at that moment, I realized who I am and who, somebody like Kanye just want to know if he said all Kanye wanted him to do was sit in the studio and listen to the music. And if Jesus nodded his head, somebody would go put a check up. And if Jesus didn't move, they would scratch it out. Everybody know the musical genius that Kanye is, and he asked him for Jesus' opinion, and I can understand. I can almost feel Jesus' excitement. That's like, damn, I went from having nothing to being out here on this island to working with some of the greats. He explains how it was. When he wrote My President is Black, and even before Obama was was even president, and then it became the theme song. So if you didn't know who Jesus was, you knew who Jesus was because you was listening to that song. Baby, my president's black. His rims is too. And I be goddamn if I'm not too. It don't go in that order, but y'all know what I mean. So we had an opinion about Kanye and Kim's thing too, because we was just stuck right in the middle. I don't care where you going, you gonna find out about that. And we wanted to be out. Everybody, like Will and Jada's relationship, they ain't asked us for nothing. Not nothing. They ain't asked us to pay no bills, to buy no diapers. They ain't asked us for nothing. I haven't listened to her book or his book, and I'm not sure if I'm in the right headspace to listen to it at this particular moment, because I'm trying to figure out everybody says your why, like your why. What's your why? And anybody that knows my why knows I'm going hard for them. I'm going to tell y'all what's really, really sad. My daughter uses my stuff on her face, and her face is glowing. I don't use it. But I decided I can't, with the weather tripping, like it's hot, cold, cold, hot, like I'm freezing, Ugg season, but now you might can wear some flip-flops. Like that's how it is outside. And so my lashes is confused. Not my lashes, my eyes and my allergies, they confused. They like, okay, we don't know if we supposed to make you your eyes water or dry. We don't know, like, is it the spring, is it the summer, is it the fall? So we're gonna do all of the things to make them lashes unwearable. And so my eyes have been itching something terribly. My kid told me I look like the little kid on the Kleenex commercial. My allergies are the worst. I'm not the only one. The older I get, the more allergic to stuff that I get. I understand that. I don't want to not to be able to wear my lashes. My lashes are very much a part of me. Now, the allergies are too. They like, we not going anywhere. So I created this allergy balm with different herbs and things so that I can try to see if I won't get the itchy eye and watery nose and itchy nose. Because if you know anybody that got allergies, we always doing this. They create a line across our nose. We don't like that at all. No. The next thing is to do is to go get the little allergy testing to find out what you're allergic to. And then when you find out you're allergic to the world, bubble me, Jesus. Can I get a bubble? But I'm allergic to everything outside. A couple of things inside. But oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm not allergic to anything food-wise. Because what would I eat? I'm already down to eating only seafood and snacks, which some of them is, well, none of those are healthy, but I can't be allergic to everything, Jesus. So appreciate you for looking out for me, for not being allergic to the foods and things. I appreciate that. That's good looking out. But I wanted to, it all makes sense. I'm gonna make it make sense. But I was thinking 2023 has been one of the hardest fucking years I've ever seen since 09, I believe, or maybe 18. I don't know. Them motherfuckers, they running together and they going so fast. I don't even know what to do with them. But I did a book signing on Friday. And I didn't have my books in yet, and it was my fault because I expected Amazon just to go ahead and ship them because I had paid for them. I didn't check to see if the money had been drafted. I didn't do anything. I was just like, I paid them. They said it went through. Boom, they're gonna ship them. I'm gonna have them by Friday. And I didn't, and so the book didn't feel real to me until I actually held it in my hands Friday, somebody had their own copy. And I didn't order any early for many different reasons. But I didn't agree to do the book signing until after I had already ordered the books. So, my daughter, this morning I said, you should be reading. While we were on the bus, you should be reading. She was like, there's nothing in here. I said, pull one of mine out and read it. Mind you, she cannot read that. She's not old enough. She isn't. And I am the type of parent that, now at her age, I would have read this 6 or 7 times over and emailed the author, be like, when you gonna come out with the next one? Because I need to know what's gonna happen. And she is a good reader, but she only wants to read graphic novels and stuff like that. But and I'm cool with that. So she scrolled through it and she found her name in it, which is funny because her name is in the other one too, and that means she ain't bothered to pick that one up either. But she will sell it. Mind you, she will sell it because she understands if you don't work, you don't eat. They like to eat pretty good around here. They like to eat damn good around here. And I do too. Which means we hunt all day so that we can eat at night. I went through a lot in 2023. This was the worst year. But I felt like I needed something good to come out of 2023. And so I decided I started this book in 2019. And then there was a lot of things happen. COVID happened. I had to become a teacher, a nurse, a mom, a doctor, a gymnast. Shit, I had to learn how to do all kind of things. I was doing things like we would do yoga. We would take walks around the block. We would fix different nationality type meals, and then I would make them watch YouTube videos, and we would learn about it, and we would watch them eat other food. Like, I had to be real fucking creative because my kids don't have anything in common except for Lil Baby. All three of them like Lil Baby. But I couldn't afford to get Lil Baby, and then his movie hadn't came out yet. And so I had to find a way to entertain on all levels, but also spend that quality time, because COVID was fucked up for everybody. I don't know nobody except for probably the pharmaceuticals that got anything good out of COVID. Unless you count Nas's albums, because he said that was the best time him and Hit Boy could work on it. And y'all know how I feel about Nas and my King's Disease. And Magic 3 he released it on my grandmother's birthday, which happens to be his birthday too. Last year he released he released KD2, which I had to wait about 7 months to get my CD. And if you know me, then you know I like to ride and listen to my CDs over and over and over again until there's nothing left. And so last year he released his KD2 on 11/11. So I decided to drop my book on 11/11. I don't know, those numbers just seem magical to me because Wakanda 2 came out on 11/11. And I remember in 2020 being in California and seeing a what do you call it? Marquee that had Chadwick Boseman on it, and it was like, rest in peace, our king, and our Black Panther. And I was like, can you imagine being a little bitty black and brown boy, and your first superhero that looked like you lose him before he able to complete number 2? And the fact that it was so sad watching the little boys on Instagram post the funerals for the Black Panther. It's crazy. Now, it may sound crazy, but I remember when there wasn't any heroes that looked like us. I made in a video a couple of months back or a while back where I said I'm a big Tiana fan, Princess Tiana, Black Tiana, because that was the first time that I smiled in 2009 after burying my stepdad, which was the dad that raised me at the time, and my brother 4 months apart, and my middle daughter having seizures, and me still having to clock in to a job 40 plus hours a week. And I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Plus I was going to school too, and I had 2 kids. And I wasn't able to grieve. I didn't have room to grieve, time to grieve. I had to get back to work. And on top of all of that, I had just had a major operation in 2009. One that was supposed to fix all of this shit. You understand? All of it. It did not. But it did give me the opportunity to conceive 3rd time. I wasn't expecting that one. That's one of them. You tell God, oh, okay, I'm through. I'm good. I made it this long. I'm good. And God said, think again. And that's one of the best things that ever happened to me. I live and I died for her. Like, it was for her. But she asked me this morning, she was like, why you just now release this book? Like, why did you just now release it? And I was like, excuse you? She said, you could have had 4 out by now. I said, yeah, you're right. I don't disagree. However, Miss Ma'am, what I need you to understand is that the first one I started in 2019, and then I had 2020 shut the whole world down. But this ain't all I do. Writing isn't all I do. I do so much more that if I had to write it down, I couldn't even tell people what all I do, because I write books. I create content. I write scripts. I mentor. I make connections to connect others that set them up to win. I can heal with words. It's just so many fucking things that I'm still discovering that I can damn do. And when 2020 happened and it shut the world down, I had to become a teacher, a mom, a chef. What else? I had to be a nurse and a doctor, but I also had to be able to prevent them from getting sick. But in case they did get sick, in which they fucking did, I had to keep this one from getting to this one, but I had to put that one in a separate house with the dad because it was... So, my middle daughter has epilepsy, and she was diagnosed at 2, but she's had her very first seizure at 13 months while at daycare, and I don't know how long it lasted. And so they had went away for 7 years without any medication, but from 13 months to 7 was absolutely, or was she 8? I think she was 8. Was absolutely terrible for our whole entire family. And then she came off medication. There was no seizures. She started playing basketball, softball. She did a little bit of everything, and basketball was the one thing that stuck. Amazing, gifted. As parents, it was our job to make sure that they tried everything, a little bit of everything. You're going to try this, you're going to try that, you can do this, you can do that. And we'll see what sticks, because college ain't for everybody, but then also I got to see what you like. I want to know what you like, and then we got to invest in that. So the oldest one played softball from the minute she was 3. Now I went gymnastics, softball, basketball. That's the order in which she chose. Gymnastics, she didn't like it. Swim lessons, she did swim lessons too. She tried to run into the wave pool at 2 years old. I was like, sis, you wasn't even supposed. You're supposed to have been afraid of the water, but she's never been afraid of the water, and so she was ready to go into the wave pool and just wave on down. And so I put her in swim lessons, made sure she learned how to swim, and I taught her how to read when she was 3. And so softball stuck with her. Like, she took to softball like nobody I ever seen. But I will admit now, because she's grown, they can't get me. But when I was about 5 months pregnant, I was young. We did stupid stuff. So I was in a batting cage while I was about 5 months pregnant with her. That was one of the dumbest things I ever probably... Nah, we did some other dumb stuff, so I won't tell that lie. I won't even hold you with that lie. But anyway, so softball stuck with her. Cam was basketball. And then 2020, the seizures came back with basketball. So with the seizures coming back with basketball, she had to quit. So she quit that. And so I finally finished the book, I guess, in 2021. Yes, I did. I finished it. I was in Georgia. I was living in Georgia, so I finished it in 2021. And then it was time to work on the cover. And the cover was not easy because I had no idea what I wanted it to look like. I had no idea. And I wish I could find those, the messages between me and my graphic designer, but it's better than I could have expected, because I don't even know what I drew, but I knew I told him I wanted this. I saw this in my mind, and he made it do what it do. I'm a big fan of the cheetah print, but he don't know that. But I got my cheetah print. And then I want a pair of, but I don't want a pair of. But I wanted, when you looked at it, to know what it meant. Even before you kind of read the title, I wanted you to know what this meant. And because I'm so sensitive about it, we went back and forth. Even with this back here, I always try to throw myself in my covers. And so I had sent one picture. This isn't me though. It didn't look right. And not only did I think it didn't look right, but the kids didn't think it looked right either. So they're my biggest critics, but they're also my business partners. So they didn't approve of that. But Cam finally, when she paid for her book today, and that is my own kids buy from me. And it's not because they have to, but it's because they understand the work that goes into this. It sometimes take away from them. And they know my time is expensive, but they also want me to know, like, I believe in you the way you believe in me. So, I had to do a lot of research, though, for this. So it didn't come easy. I had to do a lot of research. But Kirsten is absolutely right. I could have number 4 out now. But because 2023 was so fucked up, I needed some good to say that at least I produced a kid in 2023. Like, I planted a seed in 2023 so that in 2024, when part 2 come out, because I keep saying I'm going to be through with part 2, which is pretty much written itself. I write, I still free write a little bit. A lot of it just actually comes up and I have to get it out right away. But I like to write. It's better for me to write. And this is something that, I just realized was a thing amongst creative people. It really matters the type of pen you use, because if you let somebody use a really good pen, chances are you're gonna lose it. They're gonna steal your fucking pen. If you don't believe me, put your best pen out and watch that motherfucker walk away. And I'm gonna tell you how good some people is. They will say, I'm gonna keep this pen here. Do you got another one? You want me to leave one? I like this pen. I'm gonna take this here pen. My stepmom bought me the nicest, most expensive looking pen for my birthday 2 years ago. They will disappear the nicer they are. You got this. What I do, I'm a germaphobe too, so I always got one of my good pens in every bag and every purse. I pull it out because I don't want to touch that pen because it might got germs on it. So I pull it out and I use my own pen and I stick it back in my shit. Make sure nobody never touched it. And if somebody at the table be like, let me use it, I be like, no, use her pen. I'm a germaphobe. I don't want nobody touching my pen. And that's how you keep it. But I learned, I took this cohorts with other creative out the box thinkers, and this how she got me. She pulled out the same kind of pen I had. I can't think of what it was, and she was like, what number is it? I was like, what? She was like, you're supposed to know the number of the favorite kind of pen. I was like, you're right, but I don't. But hers was skinnier than mine, so it made a little different kind of look. It matters. I was yelling. I colored the other day, yesterday I think it was, just to be, when you creative, you got to always be doing something. A lot of my markers was dried out, and I know that kid dried out my markers. I know she did, but I bought her own too. So I always make sure that when I'm using said pen to write, I don't make any mistakes, because writing in pen is new to me because I'm used to writing in eraser so I can erase and correct myself. But correcting takes more time than just going on about it and letting the editor fix the shit. I'm so anal that even when I write it, I'm gonna go back and read it and I'm gonna correct it. And that's why I paid editors. Didn't really work out all that well for me both times. I learned my fucking lesson 2 times, but you learning the tattoo. I thought I wanted to do that too, but you know what? I did try calligraphy. My handwriting isn't bad. My mom has some beautiful handwriting. I didn't inherit that. And my kids write like serial killers. Everybody writes like the daddy. Nobody took after me and my mom. A beautiful handwriting, but they don't write as much as they do. But I always thought I could tattoo. Hurry up. So, cause I want my son's name and my friend's name right here on my shoulder. So hurry up, cause I don't want to trust anybody. Girl, I look at that little and I be like, I see why the teacher be marking this shit wrong, because she can't read it. And I wouldn't even try to read it. That's why I can't be no teacher. But so in my books, it's important for me that I sign my books in red ink. And I always have my pens with me, always. Except for, I'm so embarrassed. And we family, so I'm going to tell y'all this. I went to Nashville to hear Master P speak. And I wanted him to sign my noodles. I got this big ass expensive Louis Vuitton bag. The real one, mind you. I couldn't find my damn pen. Why do I have this bag? And I'm in front of this man digging for my own. It had to be mine. I didn't want to use his. And he didn't have one. But he stood right there. He stood right there, the most respectful man. He stood right there. He listened to everything I said. Girl, I would like to. So listen, Master P, I did write them books right there in your hand. And I want to also write movies for you. And I can write your life story. And he was standing there like, she don't got a pen, do she? But he listened to me. And how I know he listened to me is because he stood there And he waited on me to get that pen. It wasn't this. And it wasn't even a fucking Sharpie. It was something like this. And I don't even know what marker he used, but he used it. This the worst part. I'm the one that always say, stay ready so you don't have to motherfucking get ready. I live by that. I need that tattoo everywhere. Guess who don't never be ready? You think I learned my lesson, right? I got 2 markers this time. Boom, I'm ready, okay? That was in 21. Pinky Cole came here, right? Oh, and as Master P, I hand him a stack of the books. Here you go, P. My information. The book had already been signed, though. I was already ready for that one. So the book, because I'm gonna sign the book. I sign everybody's book. I don't give a who it is. Gabrielle Union, I gave her a book. I gave Sarah Jake's husband her book. I'm signing everybody's book. Monica, I got your book here too. Nas, everybody, I'm signing books. So, Master P, listen. On the way out, the pocketbook strap got caught by the damn steps. Fucking jinxed it. I don't even carry it like that. Spent all that money on that damn janky ass bag. Did I have that bag when I went to go see Pinky Cole? That damn bag be drying out my markers. So Pinky Cole comes, and I'm signing her. I signed her book. No, I hadn't signed her book. I pull out the marker. It's dried the fuck out. I don't know what's worse. Digging for the signs, digging for the purse. I mean, digging down in this expensive, overpriced ass purse that you can't get dirty. You can't put no snacks down in front of this man with all this money and all this knowledge. I'm digging for this damn marker. I mean, I was digging for at least 3 minutes. Do you hear me? In front of just digging. And Master P so cool, and he had to be like, you know, he from the South, because he was like, my granddad. He probably was glad I didn't just pull a pen out of my bra. So he stood there and he listened very respectfully. And he took my books and he handed them to somebody. So he got the, Master P, let's turn it into a movie. You already got the books. Just read it. I wrote my number in it. But Pinky Cole, I had my Essence magazine. So this how God works. I had my Essence magazine. The Essence magazine had probably just come out. I'm a creative, and so I like to touch my magazines. I have to be able to flip through it and see and read and fold the pages and touch them. And I like to smell and see if they got samples. I like that. If you creative like that, that's just something we do. And we just have to. So it just so happened that Pinky and her fiance, they was engaged, I think, at the time. Were on the cover. So I got my magazine, baby. I'm ready for you to sign. My marker was like, she was like, girl. I was like, stay ready. So you don't gotta get ready. I was supposed to check the markers in the car. Because I got several markers. I keep the markers in the bag that go with the books. I'm going to get it together. Next time I give it to somebody that's going to turn it into a movie, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to test it out. But I'm going to already have done signed it. They already signed. These ain't, because these was just purchased. But I let somebody say, because you know how people hate. Yes, because I respect you so much. And I think we think so much alike. I really do. Extra. Tell me how to say Nalia. I'm country too, but I ain't really, because I'm hood too. But I would love to, because I love the way you talk. Naylani. Naylani. I'm gonna inbox you so we can go, because I really would. I like the way you talk, but you be talking to me and I be like, get out of my business. Get the fuck out of my business. And I tell you that on there too. Get out of my business. Because you don't need to be telling everybody I'm struggling. Because I'm sure the next thing that you're going to post, and you're going to be in my business again, and I'm going to have to say, get out my window. Because I know, I understand. We connected. We probably are cousins. Cause we probably are really cousins. But being a writer, I still write. I don't like to write in pen because I like to erase. But now I don't create. I'm not correcting mistakes. I'm gonna just go through and get it done. Cause people like, hurry up with the next one. Cause I want to know. And then so I was like, okay, I think I lived the next one, but I'm almost through with the next one. I'm almost through with the next one. But I was like, oh, I was listening to the radio station, and something popped in my head, and so I'm thinking, oh, this is a different kind of ending. So do I give y'all 2 alternative endings? Let me tell you what the book about. The lives of Grayson and Brianna Winters look picture perfect in the frame. Y'all know how y'all always want to, oh, they look so cute together. Oh, couple goals. Wrong. Mind your business. Their house, their big house, the white picket fence, perfect kids. Everybody think their kids are perfect because I know mine are. And everything money can buy except the cure for Brianna's endometriosis. I am the picture of endometriosis. I think I had it at birth, even before I had a cycle. So I be fighting for my life every month, sometimes twice a month, depending on the moon. If you don't know what endometriosis is, it's like having a baby every month without the epidural. Yeah, that's what it feel like. Cause I'm like, pushing them out was easier than this. But anyway, it's a chronic illness that causes excruciating pain and misery that often affects their sex life or lack of. Now, we know how you men get when you are deprived, especially if you can be tricked or fooled easily. So, Grayson is a patient and understanding man until his sexual fantasies increase with his financial status. We know them. You get more money, more problems because you want more women. His hunger leads him to Pandora's Box. I don't know if y'all watched that movie, Pandora's Box. Came out about 20-some years ago. I think that was that's when I started falling in love with independent films, because I was like, damn. I don't never want to open that box. Throw that box to the deepest water and leave that shit over there. His hunger leads him to Pandora's Box in his entanglement that he was not prepared for. You see, what happens, y'all get out there and you get caught up and you neglect what you had. You're going for that 80-20. Grayson's one night only link turned situationship with Trina, whose insatiable appetite matches that of his own. She was a freak. Trina is the complete opposite of Brianna Winters. She has a damaged heart with cruel intentions and fatal wounds that will stop at nothing to have Grayson all to herself, even if that means hurting the ones he loves the most. Whose side you on? And I had somebody ask me which side was I. All of them. I've been all of them. Every last one of them. It is what it is. I ain't got time to lie. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. So those messages were the whole reason why I wanted to come on here is I let a lot of stuff. I slept on myself a lot, which means I lost a lot of money, a lot of opportunity, a lot of resources. I don't chase money. I don't have to. But I slept on myself because I've been sitting on this for 3 years without an excuse for real, for real. I could sit up here and tell you a million things that happened as to why I'm just now releasing it. I'm releasing it because it was time for it to be released. This is when God wanted it to be released. But I was told that I didn't work. Well, I haven't worked in 10 years. And I even heard somebody say, it must be nice to do what you're doing. And I was like, oh, I make this shit look easy. I see. I make it look good. I see. Okay. And that's a compliment to a motherfucker that want it. I work every day. All day. This year was the first vacation I ever took where I didn't take my laptop. Last year. Last year was the first. Every vacation, every trip, every tournament, every show, I am working. I'm never not working. And my kids are the only ones that have been cheated because I've always been working. Yeah, it may look like I don't punch a clock, but I'm always working. So I thought about it and I said, no, the first book wasn't a bestseller. And I know this one is, because this one, when people read it, they like, I don't like, and I want feeling, and when is 2 coming out? And I thought about it, and I said, some of my most famous, top of the line people that I respect, they first shit wasn't a bestseller. Beyonce, maybe. Michael Jackson, maybe. But we just catch on to when they make it. We don't see them shooting in the gym. And the Serena, when she was little, playing outside. I just got started a little late. But I really didn't get started late. I got started on time. Because if I was to tell you, if you ask me if I'm living my dream, I would have to tell you yes. Because I'm raising some of the most amazing fucking kids that you could ever imagine, ever. And that's the thing that I'm most proud of. But these are my children too. These are a labor of love. Like, I carried this motherfucker 5 years. Thank you. And I only carried them 9 months, but I'm going to carry them forever. But people don't understand with this, like this, we become sensitive because this is my baby too. And if you don't like it, I'll take it personal. But I understand that not everybody likes everything Maya Angelou put out. And what Alice Walker first put out isn't the same color purple that we're going to see in 20 days? Yes, the countdown is real because Christmas is coming up. I mean, I got 20 more days to try to figure out what to do with that up on the shelf. And she weighing me out too. But look, the LeBron James that we see today on the court isn't the LeBron he started out when he was shooting in the gym by himself. You know what? I tell everybody that I'm an artist and I'm very sensitive about it. I joke with this guy. He is a loan officer, or he does something at the bank. And when I first met him, that's the way I introduced myself. So when I roll up on him, he be like, I see the Badu-ish today. He said it, that I'm like, yes, I don't play about my stuff. But then too, if I don't put it out, then there's somebody else who think that they won't be able to put it out. Because this I did on my own by myself, except for the cover. I did have a friend of mine, graphic designer, did this. I did pay somebody to edit. I had to re-edit. I set it up by myself. Like, I did this by myself, and it was not easy. I waited to the last fucking minute, and so it took me like 30 hours to format it because I still had to work on the job. I still had to be a mom and everything that insists. I mean, everything that consists of. Not only that, I am my mom's only kid left, so I'm stuck in the middle of raising parents and raising kids. So I got that, and then I got me, And I'm starting to try to wake up to the standards that my kids like. We know what you made of, and you playing. And then I got a set of homegirls that be like, you said you had 2 days, and I'm gonna give you 2 days because the holidays are hard for me. Girl, the parents is harder to raise than the kids because I'm grown. You can't tell me what to do. You're absolutely right. Who is I'm on the insurance policy? Because I need to know. But I will say that because I'm left, she has done the responsible thing and already taken care of her funeral arrangements, which I appreciate. And then she has one of my aunts that is designated to help me through the process because it's just me. If the time was to occur, which the mean ones live forever. But the joy of it all today, because today started out to be a terrible, terrible morning. Don't procrastinate. Come on, don't procrastinate, because come on with the boutique, because that's what I want to do. I like to thrift shop. I like to have my stuff, and I could send my specialty design, because the little one designs too, straight to the boutique, and you can sell it right there in the boutique. Don't do that. Come on and get it together, because I don't like when I don't never want to be a twin ever. I like specialty boutiques. Come on, cousin, get on your shit. I'm telling you, I waited until the very last minute to do this. And by the time I was cross-eyed, by the time I hit upload. And I still got nervous when the box was set on the porch. I let it sit out there for a couple of hours. But I had been waiting on it because they was late sending it. And it's only because of, where my little sticky note go? Did I put it over here? My cycle came. I did leave it outside. I heard the mail throw it on the porch. And I was like, Amazon, you mother, because I called them. They was like, oh, we ain't even processed the payment. So as soon as we processed the payment, he hit the button. I got the email a couple later, and then the confirmation that it was shipped. So it took them no time to do it, but it was late for the book signing. But the morning started off shitty. But I told the little one, I said, you could be reading while we waiting on this bus. Ain't nothing back here. I said, read one of mommy's books. She's not old enough to read it. But when she opened it up and she saw her name in it, she was excited. And she was like, Cam, did you see this? Did you see your name is in the book? And I was like, damn, y'all name in the other book. Everything I do is for y'all. This is for y'all. This is for y'all. Why I hate phones ringing. I got 2. This is for y'all. Everything that I do is not even for y'all. It's for y'all's kids, because the type of kids I'm raising, they know how to make their own money. They know how to run their own businesses. Even the little one is a con artist, all fucking ready. But and I take nothing for granted. Yes, she's an Aquarius girl. And Aquarius, they ain't nothing but con artists. I take nothing for granted because I could have lost my life a couple of times. And I was like, well, God, why? And he was like, there's still work for you to do. It's still stuff for you to do. And I was like, well, I'm so fucking tired, like day in, day out. And then oh, good at loopholes. Yeah, she is. Because if I had have died in August, I would have never. And I'm a woman of my word, so when I put my word out, my word is bond. So I picked 11 months ago. So I knew that I should have went through it and edited and did what I needed to do. But I had to get out the house, get out the elements. But what you don't understand is that when you have endometriosis, or when you are a female, periods, if you don't have a cycle or have had one, or know somebody that you done had to hold through one, you should have an opinion about it. I think that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to be an entrepreneur, because I knew on the days when I couldn't make it out the bed, I needed to be able to lay down and not worry about if you gonna take my job and I won't be able to feed my kids, because Mother Nature said, what you not finna do is you ain't finna go sit at them folks' desk. Working for myself, I can work from my bed. I've worked from a hospital bed. I've worked from a beach. I've worked from a basketball tournament. I've worked from a concert. I've worked at the hospital. After I had my youngest daughter, I almost died. I ran my household from the hospital bed in ICU. But that wasn't the purpose. Like God, it wasn't what God wanted. But the stories that need to be told, like the first book should have been a play years ago. Why? I get so many people asking me, why haven't you did it yet? Why haven't you need to go on and do it? Like, what you keep procrastinating? Because if I put it out there as a play, it might do good. And then my name might blow up, and then you might know who I am, and then I won't have no privacy no more. I'm a Scorpio. I don't like people all in my business. I don't. I really, really don't. It's just something we like, mind your business. Monica is a Scorpio, and she from the South. So she is like my soul sister in another. They posted a picture of Nelly and Shantae. Congratulations to them. We all had an opinion about that too. Cause back then when Shantae said never, never, I mean never ever. I do mean it. She might deny. I do. They swung the block. They might be pregnant. They said they was. I hope they is. But Nelly need to put a ring on it, cause Shantae said she got that good. But that. Congratulations for them. But anyway, Monica was with her new boo, and somebody was like, "Dang, what happened to C Murder?" And Monica said, "I ain't said that man's name in 2 years. If you don't see him with me or you don't hear me, don't bring him up no more." She said she went back, got her heart broke. Unfortunately, as a Scorpio, we do that sometimes. We do dip back a little bit, and then you get up again, and then you be like, never ever. She said she happy now. She at a good place. She look good. She feel good. We happy for her. She told y'all she a Scorpio. We love hard. We love deep. And we hold on. But once you put us to that point, you got to check your pulse, because you no longer exist to us. Walk right by us like it'll look like a corpse walking. Like, damn, he look good for a deceased person. No. When we cuts, we cuts. So, we like our privacy. We don't like people all in our business and telling us what they know about us. You knew the old me, you don't know the new me. Or you know the new me, you didn't know the old me, because that person don't exist no more. Or you know who I give you, because that's what Scorpios tend to do. We give you what we want you to have. But, I'm finally at a point where I can control Mother Nature a little bit better. Like the way that I have changed my lifestyle, I had no idea that my cycle was coming until it showed up. It does feel worse, and it's probably because of the stress of the anticipation of waiting on the book to come out, the book not being on time. But the amount of people that's like, you got your book, I want my book, sign, bring my book, deliver my book, I need my book, I want my book. Say less. I have arrived to a place where I can probably relax a little more and realize that everything that I'm investing in, which are my future great grandchildren, the seeds are being sown so that they'll never have to go through the things that we went through, which I feel like is every parent's dream, every good parents, because there's some bad parents out there. Y'all ain't ready to talk about that, but I am. If you want to hit me up, we could talk about that. But that's my dream come true, watching them thrive and be who they are, and them to open up a book and be like, oh she dedicated a book to me, because without them I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't have the drive. I wouldn't have it. And I do I do thank everybody, especially my readers, but my supporters, the ones who support no matter what. Like, I don't think that they realize that without them, I probably wouldn't make it, or I probably wouldn't continue, or I probably would have stopped. So I never want anybody to feel like anything that they do or any shopping that they contribute to, it help keeps the black kid in school. But for real, it feeds them, like, for real. So I appreciate that, because this isn't easy, and it most certainly isn't. The hardest part, I think, is putting it out, because everything up into, like, the writing isn't easy, because you gotta be inspired, you gotta have room to be able to write. It's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of people feel like you just sit down and write a book. You gotta have money to be able to sit down and just write a book and put it out and then make the bestseller list. You have to be somebody already, but then again, you have to know that those that are somebody, unless they were born for money, they had to start somewhere. I don't know if it was this one where it was the chief to chief interview. Yeah, it was this one where Oprah said, she talked about Maya Angelou, and she said, you alone are enough. You alone are enough. Those people who are talking about you out there cannot hold a candle to the light God already has shining on your face. Can you see the light? Can you feel the light? And that was Maya Angelou to Oprah. And then they asked her, what did she do? Because I've heard like 3 people in the last 6 months, and probably not even that, probably 4 months, they said that they wanted to be the next Oprah. And I never quite wanted to be Oprah, but I did want a show like Oprah, the opportunities like Oprah. And then, you know, they would say, well, make the opportunity yourself. You got to create your own opportunities to do that. And I said, Oprah didn't have no cheering, because them come first. She said, is there anything else you want to share before we leave here today? She said, what I want to say is yours for the asking. It's yours for the asking. Get clear on what it is you're asking for. The answer will be revealed to you if you get clarity about what it is you really want. I spent many years talking to my audiences after the show, and I would always say, tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. People always say, I just want to be happy. Well, what does that look like for you? Most people haven't actually given it real thought. And when I read this, I hadn't. Like, what does happiness look like to me? She said, your happiness has been designed by what your mama wanted, what you thought you wanted when you were 17 or 25. It continuously evolves, as you said in the beginning of this experience we're sharing together. Who are you now? Versus who you thought you wanted to be however many years ago. And it's yours to design. Your life is yours to design with the creator, whoever your creator is. So you are the co-creator and designer of your life, and it's yours for the asking. That was Oprah. Her article for The Color Purple and Essence. I haven't even renewed my subscription yet. I don't know what I'm waiting on. I'm gonna be sick when it don't come. Somebody get it to me for Christmas. Maybe I'll... No, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna say maybe I would read the whole thing, but I'm not gonna do that. They look gorgeous in this. Gorgeous. Made me feel like I wanted to get pretty and go somewhere. Or maybe not. Just get pretty and go in my room. Because I can. Look at Taraji. Okay, Yvette. Jody who? Look at my cousin Fantasia. Body. I don't know if y'all been seeing her lately, but she been body. Fantasia put on a hell of a show. Her. That yellow looks good. Fantasia put on one hell of a show when she came here, baby. Look at Auntie and Purple. Love it. Love it. But this was a good story too. Like hearing them pay homage to the people who had played their characters in the movie when it came out in 80s something. When did it come? 1985. And talk about Whoopi Goldberg. One day I'm gonna come back and do a show. Do a Whoopi Goldberg, because baby, I googled Whoopi because I wanted to see her latest. No, I wanted to see her one woman show. I don't think I've watched it in a while. I need to look it up again. But she got one hell of a resume. One hell of a resume. But I have some books to sign and to deliver, even in my condition. Because again, hunt all day to eat at night. These kids want to eat tonight. So I'm gonna get these books signed and delivered. I got some herbs that I have to deliver as well. And then I have something to edit at the library at 1. And I created, when I didn't have books, I was like, I gotta have something. I gotta give out something. And so my poster that I had for the summertime, I signed it and I gave it to my friend because she is part of the reason why the book is finished, but also why this next project that I am working on is going to be such a success because of the seed that was planted. But my middle daughter, this is her copy that I'm going to sign to her, which has already been dedicated to her, but she wants her own signed, and then we'll take a picture with it because that's something that I always do. So the people today might not get a picture because I can't take no picture without lashes on, and I can't put on no lashes with my allergies messed up, and then Mother Nature. And I just want to get a bowl of soup and climb in the middle of the bed and just be left alone. That's what I want to do. But when you work by yourself, you can't always do that. So although I can set my schedule, my schedule will set itself sometime, and I just got to go with the flow. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But what's the message? The message is somebody's waiting on you to finish that. And I don't know if my cousin's still on here. I gotta say her name. Nailani, open that boutique. Somebody waiting on you to open that boutique. Because you might open that boutique and they might get the courage to finally show their stuff and sell it in your boutique. Somebody waiting on you, and there's somebody else out there that's less talented than you, less gifted than you, that's doing what you want to do but can't even do it as good as you do it. You afraid of what they gonna say. You're an artist. You sensitive about it. I get it. You afraid that somebody might not like it. It's possible. You can't please everybody. I told my ex, when you fix a house, you just gotta sell one person. Books ain't like that. Content, scripts, that shit ain't like that. Movies, that ain't like that. But if you could change one life, if you could show, I mentor to girls on Mondays, but I also do career fairs. And I like when I show up with my purple hair, my blonde, my Tupac shirts, my Whitney Houston shirts, but I can relate to them on a level that they didn't even, they walk up to me and they try me. And I'd be like, you don't even know anything. Who's your favorite music artist? And they tell me something and I'd be like, he trash. They surprised that I even can relate to them on that. Do I want to? Of course I do. I love it. Because if I had to see somebody look like me at my career fair, I probably wouldn't be afraid to show my art, because by now I would know. You already been in the gym shooting. You've been practicing. You've been out there. You've been working. You put in them, 10,000 hours? You put it in there. And all you got to do is show God how faithful you is and let him do the rest. So the message for you is put it out there. This comedian that I know, Trisha, she posted a picture of her with a blanket and bonnet on in her car. She said Tyler was home, slept in his car. Taraji slept in the car. Such and such slept in the car. She told me, tag God under this one. And I was like, she is so stupid, because she is right. But I can't sleep in the car. I bring too many people, and my little car not that big, and I don't trust it that much. So we won't be doing that one year. So the next best thing I know is to just put this on out there and show God that I'm faithful. And let him do the rest. She said Tyler Perry slept in the car. Steve Harvey slept in the car. Sherry Shepherd slept in the car. Taraji P. Henson slept in the car. Somebody tag God for me. You got to be a starving artist before you make it. But you don't want to get that. Put it out there. Because people with less talent are killing it. And somebody waiting on your talent, somebody waiting on your story, somebody waiting on your testimony, somebody waiting on your business. I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself. I don't know, but somebody who needs some good movies on their app. Not only could it be a book and a movie and a book series, but it could be a TV show too. It just depends. I told you on the way in, I was thinking, well, what if she... that would make some of my readers mad. I like it. So now I got to sign these books, write a outline of a possible ending to... a cliffhanger for 2 that leads into 3. That's what I gotta write. And I gotta do it now because, baby, ADD, ADHD, neurodivergent, whatever the fuck these creative people got. Whatever they said we got it. And if we don't write it down and put it in the phone, it ain't gonna happen. So let me go. Plus I got orders that's like, hello. So let me get on what I gotta get on and message. You know what you're supposed to be doing. Just do it. And I need a tattoo. I want one on my hand, too. I think that'd be cute. Nailani, I need you to get on it, baby. Cousin, come on.